going to go ahead and answer some of the questions that you left me in the last video. So let's just get straight into it. Cadam Litchford asks, how do you make card handling more aesthetically pleasing to the eye? Okay, so it's kind of a vague question, but what I'll say is this. Good card handling, it's very loose. Okay, it's loose and comfortable. When I look at other people's card handling, it just takes a few seconds to tell how much experience they have. And what I'm looking for is tension. If there's too much tension, if it looks uncomfortable, if it looks like they're trying, you know, obviously they haven't been practicing enough, right? So it comes down to practice. So practice a lot, and then while you're practicing, keep in mind that good card handling is loose, it's natural, and it's comfortable. So just try to minimize the tension in your hands as you're doing your slides, as you're doing whatever moves you're trying to do, and that's going to make it look more aesthetic. All right, next question. Faris asks, are you from India or Pakistan? I grew up in America, so I'm American. However, my parents came to this country from Pakistan many years ago. The Unmasked Magician asks, who are your favorite magicians? I would have to say David Blaine, kind of a cliche answer, but really admired the guy. He's one of my main influences, one of the people who first got me into magic, and just have a lot of respect for him. Really, really good magician. And then I would also add Derren Brown, genius guy. I'll put some of my favorite videos of those two guys in the description box down below, so you can check them out and you'll see what I'm talking about. Aerosmith785 asks, when did you begin magic and how old are you? I started magic when I was a freshman in high school, so I was 13 or 14 at the time, and right now I'm 26 years old. Okay, next question is from Blazed Zero Ways. He asks, what is the best marked deck to get nowadays, being that the David Blaine mind reading deck is not offered anymore? Yeah, that's really unfortunate, because the David Blaine marked deck was pretty awesome. It was cheap, and the markings were really easy to read. Thankfully I have a few, but for you guys who still need to get a marked deck, I would say the best bet right now is the Madison dealers. So I'll put a link in the description box down below for where you can get that from, and it's a good marked deck. Marked deck, for those of you who don't know, basically it's markings on the back of a card that allow you to read what the card is. Okay. JBeats074 asks, hey Assad, I don't know what it's called, but what is that green thing where you show your card tricks on? It's really cool, can't find any. Can you give me a website where I can buy these from? Thanks in advance. Okay, so this is called a close-up pad, or a card mat. It goes by a few names. This one in particular I actually wouldn't recommend because it's very expensive and it's not for everyone. But I'll link you to the one that I used to use for a long time. Very cheap and very good. It's basically a large mouse pad, and it just did the job really well. Good size, and check the link in the description box down below. I think it's less than 10 bucks or something, so I'll link you to the Amazon page where you can buy that from. Alright, the last question I'll answer for today is from A Secret Full Secret. He asks, how did you learn magic? So I learned by reading a lot of books. I have a big book collection. Maybe I'll do a video one of these days of the books that I have with me at the moment, and that way you'll get an idea of some of my sources. But I used to read a lot. I still read a lot, actually. I guess for you guys nowadays, you guys have a lot more resources available to you. YouTube is a good one. Now you have a lot of DVDs. But books are still a very solid resource, and I would highly recommend you guys get some good magic books and start reading. It's helpful. Alright, so that wraps up the first Q&A session. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll answer them in the next video. But yeah, I'm going to sign off. I hope you guys have a good week, a good weekend, and I'll see you next time.